Hi, Bharat. Today, let us see what is VPC in AWS.
Okay.
So, AWS VPC is a service that allows you to create your own private and isolated network inside AWS, where you can securely launch and manage AWS resources such as EC2 instances, databases, containers, and applications. You take any e-commerce site, example Amazon.com or Flipkart.com, any kind of sites, what they do in traditional model, traditional infrastructure setup, where there was no cloud, they used to set up physical servers, physical networks, physical desktops as terminals and operate it throughout the geographical locations for their offices. How they used to manage? They used to get the connectivity through satellite link and connect the offices also. But here, when cloud services came into picture, what happens is they have established their data centers across globe in different countries, in different cities within country. So that city has got data centers. Those are called availability zones. Availability zone, if it is there in any cloud services setup, it means there is a data center. In the data center, they have a physical servers, but on top of the physical servers, they have installed the virtualization softwares. Have you heard of Microsoft virtualization software? Within the laptop, you can set up a virtual mm, machine also with that when you install
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay, with Microsoft. So the similar way, there are different companies, virtual machines can be created it. Okay, so we can download that software. With that software, we can create the Linux machine. In fact, 5 years back, I used to supply myself. I created virtual machines, and they used to give it to the Chinese. They used to practice the Linux commands, test Docker, such kind of things. So, okay, so when cloud came into picture, yes, they started using the cloud itself with virtual cloud for practicing Docker, such kind of things. Okay. So now, when cloud came, these companies, large companies like e-commerce or any kind of business companies, supply chain management or any business, you name it, they have moved to cloud. When they move to cloud, what they are supposed to do? First thing, they need to set up their physical infrastructure. Let us say if Flipkart has offices in different locations in India, in each metropolitan city, they need to set up that kind of access. Physically, they used to have offices, infrastructure also in the office. But in cloud, what happens? Some regions are there, some data centers are there in India. Main data center is Mumbai, the oldest one. Then later on, other data centers they can pick up and they can set up their infrastructure in the cloud itself. To set up that infrastructure, they need to have internal networking also within the cloud services. That is called virtual private cloud. So it is a kind of, you have private missions, public missions. Public missions are, each public mission is exposed to the public URL with public URL where they can have a domain name and access can be used by URL from the browser. Let us say you are accessing my site, bskumarcoaching.com. I bought the DNS name, I bought the site name on yearly subscription or something. Then I hosted that on GoDaddy services, basically GoDaddy cloud services. So GoDaddy is supporting me for hosting my website, and I am managing myself as WP administrator, WordPress administrator or builder kind of thing. Then I add videos, I add blogs, such kind of things. So I don't need to worry about in the backend what network is there because I'm not managing the applications. GoDaddy is managing the site, what I am building, whatever software they have given it through that. But still I have IP address. IP address is hooked up to my vskumarcoaching.com. Then there can be private servers, public servers also. Public server is which is visible for me, that is visible, which is connected to the IP address. And that IP address is registered with the DNS name, vskumarcoaching.com. Then other blocks, whatever they are storing, I am not aware of that because everything is hidden with a software called Builder, a site builder basically. It is called site builder, and I used to do drag and drop only. I don't need to write any programs or scripts here. There are other models of the websites management where WordPress site can be managed it with development, design development and deployment also. That is required with more skills as developer, WP developer. Okay. But here in this model, it is not required. But there you can also deploy on particular systems also. It means these are the type of the applications other than the e-commerce. And when you see in any large companies like e-commerce companies, there are private servers, public servers. The private server part is in the backend, it will execute the required things in a server. It can be database, it can be application programs also. But front end, when you are exploring it, there can be a front end website server where you are seeing vskumar.com or amazon.com. Then it displays the web pages. When you click on the links, automatically the web pages are going to interact with the backend application and also databases. So it brings the data, it interacts with the users. For all those things, we use AWS services like EC2 instances where virtual machines are required, whether Linux or Windows. Then databases are required using the relational data service database services, and containers are required using the ECS Elastic Container Service and Kubernetes service also, EKS Elastic Kubernetes Services for cluster management, containers clusters creation and management, and applications. Applications are nothing but software applications where e-commerce site can be built it and it can be released on the AWS system, AWS cloud services. This is the outlook of the virtual private cloud. But within that, there are different components we are going through that. So think of a VPC as your company's private data center network in the cloud. If EC2 is your virtual server, then VPC is the network in which that serves lives. I explained to you these things. Then simple analogy is what, imagine building a new office building campus with virtual private networking. Like we took the example of the Flipkart. If they move to cloud, that is the situation. Then they need to set up the floors with subnets, subnetworking basically. Then later on, security guards. Security guards are nothing but security groups. So identity access management we discussed last week. Bharat? Bharat?
Uh, sorry. Yeah, I was on mute.
We discussed on identity access management, right?
Yes, I
So what
am.
are the components will be there in IAM? I mean the
Uh,
process level. First, which
uh,
one need to be created?
User ID and
No.
password,
Before that, higher level
privileges.
to lower level. Higher level to lower level. You will be creating groups,
So,
right?
yes,
Groups will be mapped with the roles, right?
roles.
Then roles are mapped to different users. Then
Okay,
permissions will come
permissions.
as
Yes,
per the groups, roles,
yeah,
all those things, right? That's
yes,
where security guards are related with security groups using the identity access management.
yeah.
So IAM is there everywhere. Okay.
Okay,
So entry gates are internet gateway. Like you want to access internet, give access to users to use the site or application. You need to give issue public IP and DNS name as website. Then internal routes, route tables are there. Like internal routes are network routes basically. How we have physical routes in cities, the same way in the network there will be roads, kind of paths will be there. Those are called route tables.
okay,
So each route will have a route table from A to B, point A to B. That is a connectivity. Then there will be a route table, how to route it, what are the security process need to be followed it. Then employee access cards. These are a typical office world he's comparing with network components. So employee access cards are to access the premises access. So top level is network ACL. Okay. Associated control list it is called. So here you compare it. Building campus is there. You think that VPC, floors are subnets, security guards are security groups as per identity access management process. Entry gates are internet gateway. Internal routes are route tables. Employee access cards are network AC also. So think that you are entering into the building campus. It means you are accessing the VPC. When you access the VPC, first step is your access card. Then
Yeah.
you are looking to go into different floors. Okay, then you choose the route, right? Then entry gateway is there, internet gateway, entry gate you will be there. You after swiping, you will be entering into that gate. Then security guards will watch where you are going through the cameras, right? Then floors you are entering into that. Then that is the entire building campus access. You got it. The same way, if you want to send something from your EC2 system, it need to follow all these protocols,
Okay. Okay.
right? Core of components of VPC. VPC component is VPC. Private network boundary will be there for total VPC. Then subnet is smaller network inside VPC. Smaller network subnet. What did we compare with what subnet? Subnet is compared with the floors. That entire floor will have like a subnet. So smaller network inside VPC will be there, subnet. So route table is there, defines traffic routes. Then internet gateway is there, it is connected to VPC to the internet. Then NAT gateway is there, allows private servers to access internet. NAT gateway, why it is required is, if you want to access other systems through the internet, the gateways are required. That is peer-to-peer connectivity kind of things in the networking, right? Then security group is instance level firewalls are there. Like identity access management has got security permissions. Groups are there, roles are there, users are there. So all those are applied. Network ACL is subnet level firewall. It means we discussed about the subnets. Subnets are like a flow in the network. If you take hierarchical wise a big building, each floor is a subnetting. So network access control will be there. Through that you are going to access it. Then elastic IP is there. Static public IP. Elastic IP is. So you will be getting the public IP for each EC2. You can use it, and the same thing is mapped to the DNS name, domain name service, like it is a website. Then VPC pairing is connected linked to multiple VPCs. We saw one virtual private network with a building. Multiple buildings need to be connected. You take any SEZ, software export zone. You take any typical offices, large companies, financial companies, or any companies, they'll have multiple offices, multiple floors. Think that building to building connectivity is required, network connectivity. That is called network peering. Here in cloud, it is called virtual private cloud, virtual private cloud peering, basically, right?
Okay.
So how VPC fits into live infrastructure? Top level for user level, it is internet. Then internet gateway, it passes through internet gateway into the cloud network. Network is AWS VPC. Then public subnet, private subnet, then database subnet. These are the layers actually. So network layers. So it comes as per the application infrastructure concerned and architecture concerned. Architecture wise, you take a WordPress site, we use a two-tier architecture. There can be three-tier architecture also. Maximum three components are there in the infrastructure architecture. So one by one, it will be having the access in the backend. Database servers are there. They are sitting in the private subnets. So it is not public. So first one is public subnet here. The access need to be there with the website. Then
Okay.
later application servers. They are sitting in the private for security purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Then from app to application to database connectivity will be there. That's the way the architecture is designed it in multiple tiers of architectures.
Okay.
So let us discuss about the use cases. Okay, live use cases. Secure three-tier web application. A company wants to deploy a web application while ensuring the database are never directly accessible from the internet. So it means they want to deploy application, web application. They want to make sure private and public subnets are there, and they want to create it. Use
Okay.
separate subnets with public subnet load balancer, private subnet application server, private database subnet MySQL database. Why load balancer need public subnet? Because the load will come from the URL, basically, from the website. Website is sitting on the public subnet. In the public subnet, when you have the load balancer is connected on top priority for first entry point in the network. Like if you see here in the architecture here, hierarchy, internet is there, application load balancer entry, then public subnet, private subnet, app subnet, and EC2 application servers, then private DB subnet, and Amazon RDS MySQL. It means database server. Database servers are managed by the RDS is the service, relation data services, database services, right? So if you take any e-commerce site like Amazon.com, what they do, as I discussed with you, there are availability zones. There are hundreds or thousands of availability zones they might be using across globe in hundreds of countries. So in such case, what happens? This is the typical single availability zone architecture, and in between there can be multiple VPC peering also from one system to another system. Think this way. When the user registered it, registration authentication will be given with identity access management principles. What role he has first with ID, it checks within the cloud with identity access controls. Okay, ACL is there right here. Here, what happens? Network ACL is the firewall. In the firewall, it checks the authentication. Then later on, it will go to the security group and verify I am principals for that group, and in which group that person belongs to, that ID belongs to, is user group. Within the users, there can be different levels also, but they will verify that. Then later on, role. Okay. Then user ID password will be verified within the system. After that, it approves it. Then the access will be given to the user. Then it will travel via this hierarchy into the database. Then from the database, it need to show the first page. First page is, it will show all the content, but that is not relevant to this particular user. This particular user is going to use only search option. When you use the search option, what happens? If I'm typing Apple iPhone latest model, then it will go to the catalog server. Catalog server is sitting in the private subnet. That server might be in the separate network also, VPC networking. It is having peer-to-peer connectivity. Through the peer-to-peer VPC to VPC connectivity, it will get that access and it will get the data. Then it will display that from the catalog. Then once he get the catalog, he will choose the item by clicking the link. When he clicks the link, it will go to the order system, order management system. There is a separate network for that. There is separate application. There is separate process for that internal. It means there are no public servers exposed within the order management system, like catalog service, how it is protected in the private subnet, private networking. These all are private networking systems in the backend they are running, but front end user is getting the data display through load balancers and public subnets. You got it?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, that's where the systems are
Oh,
working in the cloud infrastructure. And benefits is database never exposed publicly. Strong network isolation is there, meets security and compliance requirements, industry standard enterprise architecture. What is compliance requirements? You take any healthcare unit, example, healthcare is the easiest way to understand in our daily life. There is a governance, compliance governance process is there. HIPAA. So HIPAA is the compliance governance they need to follow to execute the applications as per government concerned rules. If you take
Okay.
telecom industry, in each country they have a regulatory body. The regulatory body controls the telecom companies, telecom process, all those things, standards they follow. So in our country, in India, it is called TROI, Regulatory Authority. You know that, right? TROI.
Yes, yes, I know.
So the same way in every domain, business domain, there are compliances programs, compliance regulatory authorities. We need to follow them. That's called meets the security and compliance. Security is application security, infrastructure security, all those things are there.
Mm.
So those are like common for any application, whether it is cloud or non-cloud, right? But compliance requirements, it varies from one domain to another domain. On which domain you are operating the application, it depends on that.
Okay.
You being ITSM consultant and also future you are going to work as a governance consultant, you need to be handy with all these things for different business applications.
Okay. Okay.
Then there are some industry standards for enterprise architecture also within this regulatory standards and security standards that need to be followed. So this is about simple website creation using the VPC component. The
Okay.
next one, hybrid cloud connectivity, is moving forward with different scenarios, interconnectivity, internetworking connectivity. An enterprise wants AWS resources to communicate securely with its premises data center. Our solution is what? Connect the on-premises network to the VPC using site-to-site VPN. I told you, within the financial sector, one company might be there, like JP Morgan kind of company. They have multiple buildings in a SEZ office. They need interconnectivity. So that is called site-to-site network. Site-to-site virtual private network, VPN. So VPCs are connected within the VPN connection. So AWS Direct Connect is there. Direct Connect is meant for in the backend to connect to different networks. It can be data center. It can be independent office connectivity also without having cloud, all that kind of things. Any connectivity, it happens through the VPN. See, if you see my material gave to you in PDF files, it has got all the diagrams. You can see them also in VPC material.
Okay, sir.
Okay, lot of charts are given, architecture charts, and I
Mm-hmm.
discussed with Perumal in that, all those things.
Okay.
You have to see that videos also. Now,
Mm.
whatever topics are covered, you need to watch those also.
Sure, sure.
So, the Udemy course is given for understanding the lab setup.
Uh,
But my videos are given to understand the infrastructure setup, how the live scenarios are implemented within the cloud services, within the traditional setup. I compared with each workflows also. Okay,
okay.
right.
Yes.
If you understand that infrastructure, it is the same across cloud services. Only names will be different. Like you were calling here virtual mission as EC2 in AWS,
Mm-hmm.
in in Azure we call virtual mission. In Google Cloud also we call it as virtual mission.
Okay. Okay.
So just services name is different, but operations will be the same. The same
Okay.
way VPC, it is called virtual networking in other components, other cloud services. Here it is called virtual private cloud. This is the Amazon given service name. That's all. Simple. But concepts are
Okay.
same. Infrastructure setup, the hierarchy of the network components are same because they followed from the traditional model, the network setup. The user the same thing in the cloud without changing the network. Right?
Okay.
So here, site-to-site VPN network, how it works, corporate data center is there. Then VPN tunnel is there. The tunnel will have with direct connect services. Direct connect is a service for VPN connectivity. Okay. If you have a private data center, which is not having a cloud connectivity, you need to connect from AWS sometimes to access the applications. That is called VPN tunnel. Okay. Then AWS VPC is there, EC2 servers, RDS, Applications are common in every application, right? Then
Okay.
benefits are secured encrypted communication with the VPN, peer-to-peer connection. Then seamless cloud migration will happen it. Then hybrid infrastructure support, lower latency using direct connect. Now, one example I will give you here. You have a network ID. When you open the laptop, you will be logging in with your Office ID, right? Am I
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Now, when you connect it, what are the icons you see there? They might have given access to particular applications.
Um,
Hmm? Do you see any
y-
icons within the network?
the network, yeah,
You have access
it could,
to internal applications, right?
ye-
Their organization applications, not client applications.
okay, yes.
Like your HR portal is there, right? Your company
Yeah,
HR portal.
uh-huh.
They have given already access to you. It means your user is your particular role person. This role person should have access to these applications they have given it. Now
Okay,
what happens? You are in the local network. You are in what particular networking. Now we virtual private networking, what it does, it is going to connect to that particular application. If it is sitting in the local server, it is going to connect to network. Okay.
okay.
Otherwise, it will go into the cloud. That is also called site-to-site networking, basically,
Hmm.
intra-networking. But AWS Direct Connect will work there, connect to the intra-networking,
Okay.
peer-to-peer networking kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure.
So
Okay.
hybrid, here what happens? You have a hybrid infrastructure. So it means, let us say you have access to HR, then later on you want to see the payslip, you went to the payroll application, then you saw some differences. Now you are going to send message to the HR in my payroll, this is the payslip, this is the link, then I am not given this particular bonus or something, some allowance or something, or some claims, example, right? So those things can be applied through the HR portal and raise the ticket there. They will work HR guys according to the process, right? It is just like ITSM process also. They're also for them, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So
yes,
that
sir.
is
Yeah.
about hybrid cloud connectivity. Then
Okay,
multi-environment isolation, how it works. Okay. The business problem is development teams should not impact production systems when you are connecting to the multi-environment isolation.
okay.
So what you are going to do in cloud, you are creating separate VPCs, development VPC, testing VPC, production VPC. Normally, in every application setup in cloud, they will have separate environments like this in the network. First, top
Mm.
priority is if we want to create anything, we need to start from the top with virtual private cloud networking. We need to create the
Okay,
VPC name, VPC subnets, all that kind of thing. We are not yet started that area. We're going to do it in future. Okay. That is the first step to build it. Okay. Now,
okay,
development VPC, testing VPC, production VPC. If they want to deploy from development to testing, there is separate access. The deployment engineer will be there. He will be deploying it. Now,
okay.
his role is called DevOps engineer, of course. The traditional role was deployment engineer, right? 10 years back, his role is deployment engineer, right?
Yeah,
Now it is DevOps engineer because development and
okay.
operations are combined together,
Combined. Now.
integrated,
Yeah,
right? Now, so what are the benefits from this multi-environment isolation? Strong environment separation is there. It means three environments we are using it. In between, if you want to add after testing, pre-production environments also you can use it. Pre-production means it is a replica of production. In any top-notch banks, like I worked in Citibank in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for 2.5 years. We used to build pre-production environment, the replica of the production environment, but we used to take the data, mask the data for important fields where they are highly confidential, then give access to the testing team pre-production. It means once they pass the testing certification, it will be deployed into the pre-production. Users will check the pre-production data. UAT, pre-UAT will be there. So once pre-UAT is approved, we are confident it will work in the production. Then we are going to deploy in the weekends and production. Then users are going to verify and confirm. That's it for the changes made. So in that situation, we used to maintain a lot of environments, lot of servers. All that cost is reduced with using cloud services. And for each environment, whether you are going to use it or not, we need to keep them servers as it is. We need to maintain the AMC cost, annual maintenance cost, right? Contract cost. That cost is saved it. So
Okay.
here, the benefit is strong environment separation is there, reduce the risk of accidental production changes. If anything changes in production, you have a rollback also, and easier governance is there. Governance is managing entire thing. You follow the standard security principles and follow the governances, compliance governances, all those things. And that is called completely overall governance. Independent security policies are there. As role-wise, we have policies as per identity access management standards in the setup. So next use case is microservices architecture. Are you aware of microservices?
Microservices, yes. I've heard. Uh, I think maybe the s- the application has different parts in it.
I'll tell you. In the traditional model, we used to work with languages, high-level languages or Java, C Sharp, C++, such kind of things. Those used to have a lot of issues in managing them, all those things. Later on, what happened? Cloud came into picture. After cloud came into picture, the containers came into picture. Containers were there, Linux containers, but usage was very less in the universities only they used to use. Okay. Then later on, when containers came, through the containers, it is made simple to design the application, to run the application like in the cloud services. The containers are faster than these virtual machines comparatively because in virtual machines, we have entire setup of OS operating system. What is the setup? It has got all libraries. It has got all builds. You might have seen that um, this one, right? Upgrade, apt upgrade command, right?
Yeah.
What did you do in that?
Maybe.
So basically, it upgrades the version, upgrades the libraries. It synchronizes with the latest OS of the machine.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
From the internet, it upgrades it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that way, what happens? You got the access, right? With all
Yeah.
libraries. You don't need all libraries at all the times, right? So what you need to do, you need to use whatever is required for the build for the particular application.
Okay.
The container is working like it is taking from the OS base OS, and from there it is going to operate it the required components only, OS components. It means on the back end, you have servers, which is OS servers, Windows or any kind of servers. Then later, it is taking that particular component only, it runs. If it is OS related, it will interact with the OS related. Okay, that's the thing. Here, if you, 1 minute, I will give one link to you, my Facebook link, where it has got multiple videos I made long back for microservices. You need to be aware of these concepts also. There's a lot of applications that are migrating from microservices to AI. You have to be aware of that.
Okay.
You open that link, Facebook link.
Okay.
1 minute, let me share the screen. You are able to see my screen, Facebook screen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, this is the one. If you see, there are videos actually long back created 6 years back. Okay. In the bottom, if you go, you will find the videos in videos section basically. Okay.
Okay.
Initially, I used to use Facebook only for videos making, not YouTube. Later on, YouTube videos I started 4 years back. I have a lot of pages where my old
Okay.
sessions also they are available on this basically. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to search in the bottom beginning of the history of this page. In
Mm-hmm.
that, they are uploaded microservices.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sure.
Um, I mean, there was one video, monoliths to microservices. Monoliths is traditional legacy applications. Microservices are the Docker related containers. And also, I have a group where 4,000 people should be there for the same group. Mm, Microservices Docker, and I'll share that also. You can join the group. There are a couple of people, they post microservices related and also the AI related components about the upgrades, application upgrades. You might get this kind of request in normal ITSM role also for change management controls. You might have got some requests in different companies, right? Microservices changes, change management in the CM process. They want to implement some changes in microservices applications.
Um, yeah.
Maybe you are not aware in the backend what it is running, but they might have given a
Yes.
high level
Okay,
application
okay.
list because
Okay.
these are related with purely technical areas, right? Okay. Now let us go back to ChatGPT.
Okay. Fine.
You got that
I'll go
link,
through this.
group
Yes,
link.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got the links. I got the links. I'll
okay,
go
you
through
go
it.
through that.
Yeah.
And now, let me close this. No sound. Okay, you are able to see ChatGPT screen, right? Are you on ChatGPT screen? You are on mute.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm able
Now
to. Yeah. I'm able
let
to.
us jump to use case for microservices architecture. A banking
Okay.
application platform has multiple services. Payments is there, authentication, notifications, customer management. Each service requires independent scaling and security controls. Why independent scaling? Because application need to be scalable. So security controls, access controls, all internet spy controls, all those things. So solution is deploy microservices in separate subnets, security groups within a VPC. So how it is done here? Internet user is there, load balancer is there, then payment service is done through EC2. Then you have authentication service EC2, notification service EC2, customer services, then database services. All these all are implemented as a security protocols process for each component
Okay.
of AWS services. So here benefits are independent scaling is happening, better fault isolation will be there, improved security segmentation is there, easier maintenance is there. Independent scaling is, you know that your application can be scaled up for different features, software features that is independently running. Then authorization service will work for security segmentation. The notification service will work for easier maintenance by escalating alerts and fixing the issues also. Then customer services um, is working for application easy maintenance with issues. At the same time, independent scaling can happen and better fault isolation also can be there.
Yeah.
So the customer service is a domain. They have installed that particular application server in EC2. So it is having all the benefits within the application, right? So basically using microservices, it is splitted into different components. Those components are configured into the cloud services by dividing into different modules. One is business module payments, then authentication is the security protocol modules, notification is application alerts, issues alerts, which is part of the ITSM, am I right? Notification is
Yeah.
ITSM part, right?
Yes.
Then customer management is help desk basically.
Help desk services. Yeah.
Yes, so these are all there, right? Now, examples in production VPC design is web layer is one. No? It is having public subnet because front end it is facing to the user, the web page. Then it has got connected with the load balancer, Bastion host. Bastion host is, it has the load balancer filtration in the network. After that, it allows into the VPC. Then VPC is going to route to different subnets, the request. Depends on the web pages routing. Then application layer is there in private subnet, which is being used for EC2, ECS, EKS. We discussed about Elastic Container Service, Elastic Kubernetes Service, because here the microservices applications are sitting. It can sit in the Elastic Container Service, which is AWS Container Service, Elastic Kubernetes Service under different clusters made from the containers. Then database layer is there with private subnet in the backend, RDS, Elastic Cache. Then management layer is there, private subnet, monitoring tools. Basically, we can have cloud monitoring setup itself or separate tool also can be installed it within the network. It can monitor as a part of the application overall networking. Right? There are tools, you can configure them on the EC2 with license permissions from cloud services, and it is going to monitor the request from the users and sending requests to users, all the log files, all that can be monitored, right? Instead of using cloud monitoring tools, right?
Yes.
Then common live infrastructure traffic flow is user browsers on browser, internet gateway is accessing that request from the DNS name, from the website name. Then application load balancer is there. Then application EC2 is there, RDS database is there. These are all typical process steps, architecture process steps. Then real world industry examples of banking applications are being used for microservices applications in secure payment and transaction networks. Basically, if you see microservices, they are decomposed fashion where they are running the applications. If you take the typical 15 years back, you take any bank, ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank has got Finacle software designed developed by Infosys. Once they implemented with ICICI Bank, it became popular worldwide also. They are running that Finacle software. There is a separate vertical unit is there within the Infosys organization, Finacle unit, vertical unit. So that is meant only for banking applications, implementation, maintenance kind of thing. Now, earlier they used to run them in 2, 3 servers in one organization. Now, if they accept the microservices component or practices, they have to divide them into different components, like what I have shown here. These things, these are the layers. Production VPC layer they need to follow, and also they need to follow these kind of services. Within the application, there can be multiple services. We are taking only payment service in this example, but within Pinnacle application, there are different applications. Deposits is there in bank, savings bank account is there, corporate accounts is there, fixed deposits are there, money markets are there, trading is there. All that kind of applications can be divided into different microservices. Within the major applications, you can divide them. Like loans are there. Loan is the major application. Within the loans, mortgage loans are there. Two-wheeler vehicle loans are there. Hand loans are there. There can be multiple loans can be there from governmental schemes also. Each of them can be converted into microservices like how we converted in this payment service in the EC2. It means managing will be easy through the microservices architecture. Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Then, if you have any question, you can ask also. You can stop and ask also. So, real world industry examples are healthcare is there, patient portals and healthcare systems, retail, e-commerce platforms, then manufacturing, IoT device communication is there. In government organizations, secure citizen services. When you talk citizen services, there are so many things are there. If you talk with me about government cards, take Aadhaar card, PAN card, driver's ID card, citizen card, then ration card. More than half a dozen cards are there for one human in India. Am I
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
But unfortunately, we don't have citizen card.
Yeah. Correct.
That is the major defect.
Mm.
So they'll be synchronizing all these things or integrating with that later on. Voter
Yeah.
ID card is separate again.
Yeah.
Right? So you take all of them, each of them is a separate governmental department. So they need to maintain citizen services as a single portal. From top portal, if you talk about citizen services, all list will be there in the left side application list. Voter ID, then Aadhaar card, all that list one by one. Then you click on that, it will go to that particular application portal. Within that application portal, there can be different microservices also. You think that way, the application division, right? Then AI companies will be there. Model training and inference networks. Nowadays, if you see any AI companies, they're looking for more efforts to put for training their models. Why means major activities pulling the right data and training the model, testing the functionalities. These three activities: data pulling, data layer making, and training and model development. They'll develop and give it to us as external body. The external body need to do training the model with right data, then testing the model, verifying and sending back to the developers the results. They are going to fix them. Again, it will be the same process. 60% of the work is given like this. If you take any AI models, AI applications, right? So they need to configure them in the networks. Why means there should be development environment, there should be testing environment, there should be pre-production environment, there should be production environment, all that kind of things, right? So VPC best practices for production. Use multiple availability zones, as I discussed with you in the beginning. Example, we discussed about the Flipkart moving into cloud services, how it was. Then keep databases in private subnets. Yes. Use NAT gateway for outbound internet access from private servers. Yes. So NAT gateway is basically it exposes with the internet gateway. Then restrict traffic using security groups. Use network ACLs for additional security. Enable VPC flow logs for editing and troubleshooting. Flow logs are coming from cloud logs, cloud trial services there. From that, logs will be there for EC2 operation, all those things. Then separate environments using dedicated VPCs. Yes, I mentioned it. Dedicated VPCs are there under direct connect. Direct connect is a service with VPN connectivity, virtual private networking. Then use private endpoints wherever possible. Endpoints are nothing but your VPN networking connectivity points are there in the network. external connectivity, internal connectivity also. Why enterprise choose VPC? Complete network isolation is there. Fine-grained traffic control is there. Enterprise-grade security is there. Hybrid cloud connectivity is there. High availability across multiple availability zones. Okay. So these are about use cases. Just 1 minute. You hold on. I'll pause this recording. I want to open one diagram. Hold on.
Yes. Sorry, sir. I got a personal call. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back, sir.
Bharat, you're there, right?
Yes, yes, I'm there.
1 minute. Let me, you
Okay.
open the PDF.
1 second, sir. I'm opening. Okay. The PDF is in the website.
Here I gave VS Kumar material, right?
Yes,
You
yes, yes. Yeah.
You have to unzip them, and there are different PDFs.
Okay, okay.
You have not used it probably so far. But that is the fundamental material. See.
Yeah.
See here, these are the files it should have.
Uh,
It's a basic material. It's a
I'm seeing
folder name.
your chat GPT screens.
No, 1 minute, I'll share it. I think they use.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, now it should be. I unzipped it. You are able to see?
no, no. Uh, I'm seeing your chat GPT screen.
Oh, 1 minute. I have to put off and shares. Now tell me. Is it visible?
Oh, no, no.
PDF file. No, this list of the, no, you unzipped file, right? That zip file, right? From the folder.
Uh,
Material.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm. Can you share your screen?
1 second, sir. 1 second. Uh,
I'll tell you.
where exactly I have this. In WhatsApp only you have shared, sir?
No, no, no. Okay, wait. I will do one thing. Think I shared Google Drive.
Oh,
Okay,
oh, okay, okay, okay.
1 minute. In WhatsApp, I'll share right now. You can download it, right?
No, no issues, sir. I'm opening Google Drive. 1 second. Uh, yeah, I'll go to
Say material. Its
reset.
name is
Yeah,
1 minute.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a basic material.
SAA course session demos material. Yeah, yeah. Got it.
It's a basic material is the folder name.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sharing. I'm sharing my screens.
You unzip that and list the files. I'll tell you which file it
Okay.
is. Section 5 is there.
Okay.
This is very powerful material for the non-IT IT professionals. I mean non-techie IT professionals to
Okay.
learn from the basics.
Okay. So yeah, this is the
Section 5 material. You open it. Can you see
so
my
what is the
screen?
format, sir?
PDF only.
Mm,
When you unzip, how many files are there? 14 files should be there.
okay.
Did you download it? Zip
I
file?
downloaded. I downloaded it,
Uh,
and it is actually
you do you have zip software within
zip
the
software.
laptop?
No, 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 nothing.
You need to download that actually. What I'll do is 1 minute. Let me do. Later I can download that one. I'll share only this particular PDF file
Okay.
in WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Hold on. 1 minute, I'm sharing PDF. That takes some time, that configuring your this one.
Mm-hmm.
Zip software.
Okay, okay.
No, let us not spend on that. Later we can do that. I am sharing S3 also.
Yeah, sure.
And the EC2 IAM is there. IAM is important compared to with EC2. So now let us focus on the material, this particular PDF you are able to view my screen. My screen
Uh, no, no, no. Your screen is paused, sharing double.
is not being shared.
No, no. It is black. I can see the only black screen.
Oh, okay, okay. Call is okay. What we'll do, I will stop the recording. That is blocking actually.
Okay.
I'll stop recording anyhow. To that part, it is done. To that part,